Welcome to Cult Fiction. We're talking about Spider-Man today. This is our Spidey episode. We've all seen the new Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. That is the first thing that we're going to talk about. And Alex is going to be on trivia tonight. So let's start with a clue from Alex, and then Alex, go right into your spiel on the trailer.
So first clue is going to be speck.
Speck. Like a little piece of dirt.
Yes.
Speck. Okay. Speck. And where do you want us to send our guesses?
You can do either one. It's probably just text me at the easiest.
I
Okay.
just text you
All right. Let's see.
and I got it.
Did you get it?
No, probably not.
Might have.
So do you want me to tell you what the guesses are?
No.
No,
Okay.
I did get it, didn't I?
I have an idea.
Let's see if I got it. Maybe I got it.
Wow, Jubal nailed it.
Grrr, grrr, what? I win.
Yeah. Nice.
That's payback for last week when you guessed on Pirate. You bastard. All right. All right, let's get to,
I honestly wasn't expecting anybody to get it off that one, but yeah, wow.
I got you.
When you guys hear what it is, you're going to be impressed. That's honest.
All right. All right, Alex. Spider-Man, Brand New Day, hit it.
So, you know what? I've really liked all of the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. Like they've
Yes.
all been either good to awesome. For me, there hasn't been a misstep at all. So, it's a welcome addition to the movie season for me. So, I'm a mark for it basically. Like if you put in a new Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, I'm going to be excited to watch it because I haven't been disappointed yet. Yeah. So
100%.
I wasn't exactly sure what was going on in this one. I knew it would be made, but I didn't really know what the plot line was. But okay, so it seems like, he's in a new multiverse or whatever, or ramifications from the last time he was in multiverse. I don't know. At this point, I'm confused at the plot lines with the multiverses with everything.
Well, he had at the end of No Way Home, he had to erase everybody's memory of him.
Right. Okay.
So nobody knows who he is now.
Okay. Yeah. Whatever.
But,
Whatever.
my least favorite part of all the Tom Holland Spider-Mans, because I'm in the same boat as Alex. I think they've all been good, but
Right.
that aspect is my least favorite thing about them.
It's tough. It's tough. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was great to see Michael Mando finally be Scorpion.
Yes.
I've been like, because didn't he appear in like the first movie or something?
Yes.
In the
Was he in the very? He was in the very first.
Yeah.
movie?
Okay.
He was in Homecoming.
Right.
Okay.
So been like hinting that he was going to be Scorpion for like
Yes.
7 movies now or whatever.
Wait, was he working with fucking Vulture?
Vulture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the person.
With him or something.
Yeah, he was the person who Vulture was going to sell his goods to on the ferry
Right.
when that whole ferry sequence happened, and then the FBI arrested him that day, but didn't get Vulture obviously until later. And then they had a mid-credit scene where he was like, "I heard you know who he is," and he's like, "Man, if I knew who he was, he'd be dead already."
Right.
Right. Okay. So I mean, for me, that's something I'm really excited about. Michael Mando has been a favorite of mine since. I mean, he was cool as Fox in like Far Cry, right?
Yeah.
It was like the first like kind of motion capture actor performance where you're really good.
Yeah. Far Cry 3. That was Far Cry 3.
Far Cry 3, yeah.
Yep.
And then I remember you and I were watching Better Call Saul, and he was in that, and we both kind of went, "Hold on a second, wait, that's much, isn't it?" We had to look it up and everything, yes. And he was great in Better Call Saul as well. So it's just like he's been putting in good work for a long time, and so I'm really excited to see him now, like in a big role.
100%.
He's been putting in the dues, so let him be a star now.
I agree. Yeah, Far Cry 3, that was the first like video game villain that I really felt like was super well done. You know what I mean? I mean, Far Cry 3 was a long time ago, but it's like, before that it was just like a pixel enemy like, I'm going to kill you. but he was scary in
It
that
was a
game. He did
performance,
it.
it was like
Yeah, it
it was
was.
the first video game that actually had like an actor do a performance that kind of transcended the medium.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. So I'm super looking forward to him as Scorpion. I'll so let's do another clue,
Okay.
and then we'll get Bueller in here. What do you got?
Clue number two is a last request.
Clue number two, last request. Hmm, a last request. Okay.
Oh, wait. Now it's gonna be wrong.
So clue number one was spec. Clue number two is a last request.
That's wrong. That's way
Nothing
wrong.
yet.
All right. Bueller, what did you think of the trailer, man?
Razza Frazzin' Rabbit.
Man, I got a lot to say about this trailer, so I don't know where to start. I really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, one of my coworkers kind of like turned my ear on to something else and was like, "Some of it looks weird."
Hmm.
So I didn't know what I was looking for when he told me that, and I watched the
About the
trailer.
hand sequence.
It's not just a hand sequence, um, but so I'm watching the trailer. We see. Spoilers if you haven't seen it. We see Spider-Man, obviously. We
Right.
see Frank Castle, which is great. We know Frank Castle's not going to be a big part of the season two of Daredevil because he was focused on this, and so he's going to be a bigger part of this movie than the trailer let on, which it's fine. They cut him down to like 7 seconds of the trailer. All right, cool, whatever. We know the bad guy is going to be Scorpion. We also know the bad guy is going to be the Hand because the Hand shows up. All right.
Hmm.
We also see Bruce Banner. Um, but then what my attention was drawn to was the end of the trailer. And I want to say it's between 3 and 5 scenes in the trailer where it looks weird. And so, why does it look weird? And if you look back at No Way Home, we had the whole thing where they CGI'd out Andrew Garfield and they CGI'd out Tobey Maguire in a fight scene because you had the bad guys coming in and they were focused on different parts of the whole picture.
On the Statue of Liberty, yeah.
Right, exactly. And then, like Eric said, the whole hand scene, you have them coming in and they're focused on different parts of the picture as well. So it leads people who are digging into this to believe maybe there's more heroes in there. And
Hmm.
so I did go down the rabbit hole as to who we may see here. So we already know Bruce Banner's there, and there's
Right.
a storyline where Spider-Man loses his memory and Bruce Banner doesn't know who he is, but the Hulk remembers. So
Hmm.
it's
Right.
possible we may see Bruce Banner Hulk out and the Hulk tell him, Bruce Banner doesn't remember you, but I do.
Hmm.
That happens, and I'm paraphrasing, but that happens in the comics. We also may see Daredevil show up because the Hand is there.
Right.
We also have fucking zero idea who Sadie Sink is because she wasn't in the trailer. She's in the movie.
She's
She
Firestar. She's Firestar.
so that's the thing. So she's in the movie. She posted the trailer before anybody else did. So if we're going back to Spider-Man and Friends, and
Right.
so
So where's Iceman?
yeah, right. So I said in the text, I don't remember anything about this, but I saw that online, and I actually do have that memory of Firestar, Iceman, and Spider-Man,
Right. Right.
like writing down the whole
Yes.
ice thing. I don't know why I have
I'm
that.
ready.
I
I'm
do.
ready.
But that's a weird thing for mutants. And then, do you guys recall the bus scene where Spider-Man ends up against the bus, right?
Yeah.
Whatever fight scene, there is an homage to Rogue in the bus.
Hmm.
Guys
Right.
see
It's like a tip of the
No.
cap. Yeah. I
What
think people
was
are like,
it?
"Oh, did they cast? That girl is not going to be Rogue."
So,
Stop it. Yeah.
but it's a nod at the very
Yeah.
least,
I
nod
think
to
so.
Rogue. So there's a woman in the bus. Only things in the frame are Spider-Man up against the bus, and the female passenger is a woman with dark hair, blonde streaks, green sleeves. There's a Jets jersey, I think, but green sleeves. It's definitely a Rogue lookalike.
Hmm.
I'm not saying it's Rogue. I agree with Eric. I'm not saying it's Rogue, but there's a nod to Rogue. And again, we don't know who Sadie Sink is at all. We know we're going to get more Frank Castle. I think we're going to get Hulk at some point.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah,
jumping.
If Bruce Banner's in it, Hulk's got to show up at some point,
Yeah, and,
right?
I'm jumping at Daredevil, and there was one more character I completely forgot about, who is a possibility to show up. But we know we have Scorpion as the bad guy. We know we have the Hand show up. We also know Peter Parker's kind of losing his way. We also know he's doing the metamorphosis.
Yeah. Do you think he's developing biological launchers? Is that what's going
He
Yeah.
on?
is. So that's a weird
Okay.
meta thing because they retcon the comic with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man,
Hmm.
give him biological launchers, and now the movie is retconning itself to the retcon comic to
Right.
get our new guy
I'm
Tom.
all for it. I never liked the fluid canisters. I never liked it.
I really enjoyed
Yeah.
the more organic stuff too. So it's
Yeah.
cool to see that. So we're not going to get Venom this time around. It's not going to happen. But we are going to get what they're saying is Man Spider, and I'm not familiar with that.
That's what I
So
was gonna think. Yeah.
What about Kingpin? You think Kingpin has a cameo?
Nah.
No.
I mean, if
No.
Daredevil was in it, maybe, but
a lot.
I wouldn't.
Hmm. I mean, there's been a lot of Spidey versus Kingpin stuff. Just throwing
Yeah,
that out
yeah, for
there.
Yes,
sure.
there has. Right. I mean,
Yeah.
Kingpin's
Drew
first
needs to give
appearances
his
in
presentation like
Spider-Man,
with a
Amazing
cork boy
Spider-Man
behind
50.
him and a laser pointer.
Maybe,
Tinfoil hat. Making the connections.
I don't. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm really looking forward to this movie, guys. I'm really looking forward to this movie. The just the little 1.5 seconds of Scorpion that I saw with Michael Mando, I was like, yes, sir. That looks like
Yeah.
Scorpion, right? They
Am I the
didn't.
only one that played the Spider-Man video game? On PS5?
Yeah, you're probably, well, I didn't play it. I watched my son
Mm,
play it.
Yeah, I've seen it played, but I haven't actually played it myself.
mm.
oh, real quick before Eric jumps in, the other guest for Sadie Sink is Jean Grey.
Yeah,
Mm.
I don't think they'd introduce Jean Grey in a Spider-Man movie. That's why I think she's Firestar. Right? She's got to be Firestar.
So I don't think she's
Uh,
either of those.
okay. All right. Find out. Put a little money on it. Put a little
You have an
money on it.
idea who she is, Eric?
Yeah, yeah, I
Okay.
think
Go, man.
Let's
Let's go. Wait.
let's get a clue. Let's get a clue, and then we'll do Eric.
First clue was Beck. Second clue was Elastic Quest. The third clue is Exhibit Q.
That's a great clue, dude.
that
Exhibit Q.
totally should mean something. That absolutely means something. And
That's a
that's gonna
great clue.
So mad.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. If I hadn't gotten it, I would have gotten it with that for sure.
really.
Yeah, 100%. That's great. So,
Uh,
okay.
do you want to go first, Jubal?
You know what? I'm honestly, I think you guys are saying all the stuff that I'm going to say, so my part's going to be pretty short. Go ahead and hit it up, man.
Okay, so I think that she is going to be Typhoid Mary.
Hmm.
And the reason I think she's going to be Typhoid Mary is because Typhoid Mary does do some um, mind control, right?
Hmm.
So the lady that was in the tank was mind controlled. You saw that where there was that scene. It was kind of like that movie, that Denzel movie. What was it called? Fallen, with the serial
Hmm.
killer who
Right,
like
right.
if he just touched you, like, right.
Yeah.
So when Spider-Man pulls the thing off, there's just like a 55-year-old lady in there, right? And she's just like, and then she looks at one of the police officers and it like goes to him, and the police officer goes, and then he looks up, and then it goes up to the second floor, right? The reason I think it's Typhoid Mary is because I think that at this point, like, Elektra is not in the picture anymore.
Okay.
So the Hand is looking for their next big weapon, and their next big weapon is Sadie Sink.
Okay.
And I think that she's going to be being protected by Frank Castle.
Interesting.
So that's the scenario, is that in my opinion, that the Hand is going after Sadie Sink because she's Typhoid Mary, uh, and Frank Castle is trying to protect her. And what you saw in that scenario was just like an exhibition of her power, like what she can do. And I think that they're playing a little, maybe a little bit loose, fast and loose with what she can do per se, but for the movie. Uh, the reason I don't think that she's Jean Grey is because that for even though I think she would make a great Jean Grey, it is just so fucking similar to 11.
Right.
I just don't think that she would do it. I just don't think that she wants to go and turn into the,
Right. Right.
like
Right.
she's doing that now.
The
That's just
sorcerer. Yeah.
too weird,
Yeah.
That's just, but that's wholeheartedly just a guess, right?
Hmm.
But so is the Typhoid Mary thing. That's just a guess too. We haven't seen the actual villain. They did not show the villain. Scorpion is not the villain. Scorpion is a villain.
Right.
Just like Tarantula and Boomerang are villains.
Hmm.
The actual villain is going to be Tombstone.
What
He's
makes you
going
say
to be
that?
because that guy's been cast, that character has been cast.
Oh, okay. All right.
And so Tombstone is going to, in my opinion, start to come along with his crew of guys like Tarantula, Boomerang, and Scorpion to fill a vacuum that is probably going to be left open by the end of Daredevil season 2.
Okay.
Because they're going to run that course, and he's not going to be mayor anymore because that wasn't him giving the key to the city to Spider-Man. So
Hmm.
that technically would have been Kingpin as the mayor of New York giving the key to the
Right.
city to Spider-Man. So this is going to take place after Daredevil season 2, and so we have to assume that that's going to run its course.
Okay.
And so if something happens to Kingpin, like he's incapacitated or something, now that leaves somebody like a Tombstone to come in and kind of fill that vacuum. Also gives you a reason why the Hand would be interested back in New York and stuff, because they're like they might be fighting for that vacuum of power as well.
So what is the release date on the movie?
July 31st.
July 31st,
And then when is Daredevil season 2?
like 4 days.
Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah.
I didn't
Okay.
even fucking think about the release date of Daredevil and Spider-Man, dude. It's yeah. That
I
makes
think Eric. Yeah, I think Eric's right. Yeah,
uh,
that makes
So
sense.
I do think Bueller's right. I do think that's that they probably did clip people out of that scene. It probably is Punisher and Daredevil. I don't think it would be Hulk just because um, the Hand would have no. I mean, they would be laughable. Like the Hand going against the Hulk. like
Right.
like all he
Right.
would have to do is go. You know, they'd all
Like,
scatter across the 7 boroughs
what are you
or
doing
the 5
against?
boroughs, whatever it
Yeah,
is.
the Hulk. The Hulk is blade proof.
Right.
So
Yeah, he's
what are you
gonna.
gonna
I
do?
still hope we get a Hulk out scene. I still
There's
hope
gonna be a guy in Queens, a guy in Brooklyn. There's gonna be dude.
It's like
So I think it's gonna be
attacking a tank with a
Spider-Man.
butter knife.
Right. And the thing is with Spider-Man, even though they don't have much of a chance against Spider-Man, if you get 15 of them, you can at least make it look cinematic, right?
Sure.
Like they're throwing ninja stars at him, they're taking swipes at him, and he's just like he's matrixing them and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
And
Sure.
then obviously Punisher and Daredevil, it's more of a fight. So I think it's going to be those 3 guys if I had to guess. They just don't want to let the Daredevil thing out of the bag, especially before his show, right?
Sure.
yeah.
Because what if he has like a whole different
So
uniform by the end
why
of the
didn't they
show?
just wait a week to drop the trailer? That's kind of weird.
Because I mean, it's going to take 8 weeks to put out
Yeah,
all the episodes, right?
that's true. That's true.
So
That's
really,
true.
what you're talking about is the end. The end of Daredevil is going to be the end of May, and they're like, we don't want to go into Spider-Man with 2 months of promotion.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
so like I get it, but Scorpion's gonna be cool. Can't wait to get that hot toy. I have like almost like all the they're gonna make him into a hot toy. You know what I mean? So I have like all the other ones. I have, Kingpin and Goblin and Lizard and Mysterio, and I got them all.
You
So,
got the Sinister Six on there.
what's that?
The Sinister Six. You got the whole.
Oh, easily. I've got like the Sinister
Yeah.
Nine right now. So,
You just say
I'm literally looking at Vulture. Here's like a wing. I can't. I'm not going to pull him down. But you've seen my Vulture. It's
Yeah,
enormous.
it's awesome.
This is the wingspan. Like I'm literally doing the wingspan right now.
Let me just say, you reminded me. I went to the store last night. I walked in, and Caitlin was on the couch, and I heard the end of the trailer, and I just happened to recognize it because I watched it the same day. And I was like, "Oh, it's the Spider-Man trailer." She's like, "Yeah, I just watched it." I said, "Looks good, huh?"
Mm.
Yeah, it looks really cool. He even fights a bunch of red wizards. And I took a
Ninjas.
Totally.
Those are ninjas.
I was like, "You are fucking with me right now." Red wizards. I
That's awesome.
Wizards.
Maybe she was thinking of Doctor Strange.
They're slithering all over him
Yeah.
with their swords,
Right?
sword wands.
Definitely.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else in the trailer I mean, again, we have to talk about the fact that it's like they don't know him. That is my least favorite thing about the Tom Holland Spider-Mans. To me, Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man. I know people go, what's his name? Tobey Maguire, and it's like, yeah, I mean, you love Tobey Maguire because he was the first one. You had really nobody
Right.
to compare it to.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's be honest. That's what it is.
Right.
It's the same thing. Like Michael Keaton's Batman was great
Right.
in 1989 and 1992. It was amazing, but Christian Bale's three movies are far and away superior. Like
Sure.
far and away superior. So, and I actually did like Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man 2. I thought like body
It was
wise.
the villains I had a problem with in the
Yes,
Garfield
and it was
movies.
and how I liked his first movie. The second movie got too convoluted. They were trying to do too many things, and the reasoning behind the villains was like paper thin. Their
Mhm.
motivations were like paper thin.
Let's do this. You're getting into the second category
yeah,
right
sorry.
now, so let's get another clue. Let's see if we can wrap up our trivia for the night, and then we'll go around the table on our favorite Spider-Mans.
What's the fourth clue? Fourth clue?
Fourth clue.
Yeah.
So we've got Spec,
Boomerang bow tie.
Boomerang bow tie. So Spec, A Last Request, Exhibit Q, and Boomerang bow tie. Man, it's still not there, huh?
Just
Come again, Spec.
Spec, A Last Request, Exhibit Q,
Exhibit Q. Okay, if
All right.
hold on.
and Boomerang bow tie. I think Eric's got it.
Maybe.
Bueller, no guess, nothing.
no, I said it a guess. I just don't know. I'm lost. I'm so lost.
That's all right. That's all right. This is kind of a tough one actually. So
Eric got it.
Oh,
Eric's got it.
Yeah, now the Exhibit Q just kicked in. Exhibit Q. And like, oh damn it. Dude, how'd you get on Spec?
I'll tell you after Joe
Okay.
finishes.
No, I'm done. I like, what is it?
No.
How about this? Large March.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Are
Exhibit
you-
Q. It's like
Exhibit
Oh,
Q.
Exhibit Q. A scale model of the entire
God, dude. Oh my God, man.
So the reason I got it on Spec is because in our previous ones, when I did Back to the Future, I picked Einstein as one of my clues, right?
Oh, okay.
So my head was on pets.
was his dog named Spec?
So his dog is named Spec.
Oh, it didn't even dawn
Right?
on me.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And then the second one was
Last request.
Last
Don't I got
request.
a last request?
okay.
And then he sings in the bar, or he dances in the bar.
Mhm.
Okay. Dude, Exhibit
I
Q.
almost did like,
Dude, Exhibit Q hit me like a lightning bolt, dude.
Exhibit Q is one of the greatest clues we've ever had in the history of trivia on this damn
That might
podcast.
be
I
my
just want to
favorite
say.
part of the entire movie. Like over the
Yeah.
years, Exhibit
Yeah,
Q
dude.
is like,
I was because I was thinking about what I was gonna say. Like, I didn't even send you a thing last one because it was like I just need to chew on Exhibit Q for a bit because that means something. And then I
Hmm.
did my spiel, and then you said Exhibit like hit like a
Like a
fucking
lightning
meteor.
bolt out of the
So,
blue. Okay, so
like
let's.
just to think about it for a second, like if we all had to do the same movie, we all would have done it so differently.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I mean, Large Marge would have been my fourth or fifth clue,
sure.
right? That is the
1000%.
giveaway. The Large Marge is the giveaway,
But like
Hmm.
it would have been
right?
like a bike.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. No, no. I mean, he's right,
X1.
right?
I think my first clue would
My
have been X1.
solid fat neighbor.
Yeah.
Rube Goldberg machine. You
Yeah.
know?
That's I almost did
Uh,
that. I almost did like Rube Goldberg breakfast was one of the things I was thinking
Mm,
of.
Oh, see, I would have fucking nailed it with that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because Caitlin
yeah,
does a Rube Goldberg thing every year, and I'm like, show your kids this video from Pee Wee.
right,
I
yeah.
for
almost did
sure.
like Mr. T breakfast. I almost did that. But
Mm. I think those
Yeah.
clues. I think those clues were on the money. Those are
Yeah,
great.
On the money.
great, great.
Okay, so let's go around the table now and talk about our favorite Spider-Mans. So here's the thing. Let me start. I'm gonna kick it off, and then I'll go around in the same order that we used. I'm gonna break with. I love Tom Holland. Don't get me wrong. I love Tom Holland Spider-Man. But I think I'm gonna pick Miles Morales from Into the Spider-Verse
Hmm.
because I was so um I was so unexpectedly impressed by those movies. I didn't think I was going to like those movies anywhere near as much as I did. And I was all set to hate on the Miles Morales Spider-Man because I didn't want all this change up, like stick with one kind of Spider-Man. But I absolutely fell in love with that character, and he is dope. He is super dope. So I'm just gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say Spider Verse. Those two movies really really blew me away. It doesn't mean I don't love the Tom Holland Spider Mans. I absolutely do, and I'm absolutely looking forward to this Spider Man. But if you haven't seen Into the Spider Verse yet, either of the two movies or both of them, you really should watch them. I don't know when the third one's coming out, but I hope it's soon. All right. That said, Alex, favorite Spider Man.
Yeah, it's tough for me, but I think you could see Into the Spider-Verse was really, really, really impressive. And it's like I think as far as my favorite Spider-Man universe, it's probably the Spider-Verse, like the
Hmm.
Spider-Verse movie. But I think ultimately, if I had to pick a favorite Spider-Man movie, it might be the first Tom Holland one, Homecoming,
Yeah.
because you had a great villain with Michael Keaton.
Mm.
Uh, there's so many moments in that movie that just kind of surprised me. When he walked, Michael Keaton answers the door, when he dated the daughter and everything. Just all
Right.
these things kind of came together really, really well. But one of the things I really, really liked about that one is I thought it just kind of perfectly encapsulated Spider-Man as a character. Like he just
Mhm.
keeps trying to do the good, and then in the end of the movie he loses the fight. But he still is not going to, kill Vulture. They're going to do everything he can to not kill him. So it's just sort of like I just thought it was like a perfect Spider-Man movie. Like with all these, I mean, obviously they had the whole connection with the MCU and everything, but I just thought that they really, really nailed the overall concept of the character, and it gave me so many beats that really for me hit, and I wasn't expecting
Mhm.
them. And then also, Michael Keaton's, double exclamation point,
Dude, he was so
if you
great. He
put
was so
Michael
great.
Keaton in it, I'm gonna at least like it, you know.
Right.
But then
Right.
the only thing I didn't like about that movie was I just felt like it was kind of cheap how, Stark Industries come in and just like move them off their project when it was just like they could just pay them off.
Right.
Remember
Sure,
that that was
sure.
always like that was always kind of like something that bugged me. Why just kick them off? Just buy them out for like
Right.
Yeah.
twice
Well,
what they
that's
were
one
gonna
of
make.
those like Hollywood
And we
things
buy
where
all
they
these
don't.
vehicles, we pay out your contract,
Yeah.
double it, get lost.
Right. That's
You
one of those
know,
Hollywood things where they don't know how the real world works
Right.
and
yeah.
how, like, those guys, if you had given them a government contract, they would have made the. What, the government was going to waste money by paying people twice? Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they would have done.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they would have
That's
done.
what they would have done. So, okay. Yeah. It's close, man. Like I'm right there with you on all of that. Right there with you. But, yeah. So
Yeah.
I got nothing to
But the
disagree
Spider
with.
Verse is so unique and they
It
pulled it off
is.
so
It
well
is. They did
that
such a
it's
good
like,
job.
I
Mm.
think if you didn't have Michael Keaton in Homecoming, I'd probably give the edge to Spider Verse.
Yeah, you're probably right. Bueller, what do you got? Favorite Spider-Man?
So I feel like I'm gonna get this wrong, but it's one of those things where people say Tom Holland gets both Peter Parker and Spider-Man good, like
I
gets
agree.
Mm,
and then Tobey Maguire, I want to say, does Peter Parker well, and Andrew Garfield does Spider-Man well.
Spider-Man will, yeah.
Um, and I feel like Andrew Garfield kind of got cheated out of his third movie, um,
Yeah. Well,
unfortunately.
because the second one was so bad, you
Yeah,
That's
know.
it
that's
was
fair.
pretty bad.
That's fair. But he was doing such a phenomenal
It
job.
wasn't his fault.
It wasn't his fault. Wasn't his fault. No.
No, it wasn't his fault. I really enjoyed him as Spider-Man. I thought it was funny when he did the whole SNL thing where he was
Mm.
like Spider-Man for money. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Mhm.
No, I didn't see it.
I do agree with the Spider-Verse being out of left field and just
Right.
away. So if I had, it's really tough to go one and two with Tom Holland and Miles Morales, the Spider-Verse, uh,
Mm.
and then go Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. So my number one is going to be this Italian Spider-Man.
I don't even know what that is.
Like Italian Spider-Man.
It doesn't make any sense. I don't even know what that is.
I'm not even.
So, the other thing is,
The Italian
I
Spider-Man
I
wins.
grew up I
Yeah.
grew up watching the Amazing Spider-Man cartoons too. It's
Right.
like I almost picked that because like that's what got me to love Spider-Man was those cartoons, right? Where he would always run out of web fluid, and he'd always get knocked out 20 minutes into the show, and he'd be laying on the ground with like one arm out. Man, that was such a great show, though. I loved it. All right, Eric, wrap it up for us. What's your favorite
So yeah,
Spider-Man?
that's the thing about the capsules is it's really just used to death for him to just run
Right,
out. Like that's
right.
that's what it's used for. I remember when my son was probably like 4 or 5, he was about to whatever, start preschool, whatever time that is, we watched the entirety of the 1994 Spider-Man cartoon, like
Mm,
went through it. And you know, you can really start to see how they abuse things when you don't have a week in between an
right,
episode,
right,
right? Just like, oh, he wants to give up being Spider-Man again.
right,
He ran out of web fluid again. This is like the 8th episode in a row. Like Jesus, you know.
right.
So that's what that's for. So like, yeah, I'm okay with going organic. But you see, even in the Tobey Maguire one, in they still had to figure out some way that he was losing the organic.
Yep.
You
Right.
know, like he had a mental
Yeah.
block or whatever. But anyway, for me, it's Tom Holland, and it's not really very close. I do think that, like body type wise and funny quips,
Right.
Andrew Garfield was pretty good because I think that was the thing about Tobey Maguire's uh, unpopular opinion. He didn't do either thing good. He
Mm,
wasn't a good Spider-Man and he wasn't a good Peter Parker, but he was the only thing we had. And
right.
so it was like, this is awesome, but it wasn't. He never did any quips. He was lifeless and uncharismatic. He was as lifeless as Kirsten Dunst's eyes. Um in the first one when she's looking at him
I should
in
have
the in
known her
the
eyes were going to come up in the podcast.
Like
She does
Juven's
have
request dummies.
she does have sheep eyes. I don't know why she
and it
does,
was
but she
like he's
does.
like looking at her in the hospital, and she's just like, it was, bro.
She's
But
got
again, but
she's
like I
got
said, it's like
psycho watch you sleep eyes. That's what she's
we
got.
had nothing. We had nothing to compare it to, and still to this day, people are like, "Oh, Tobey Maguire." No, bro, it was not good. The reason that you think it was good is one, he's playing off of William Defoe.
Mm,
I mean, you
right.
want to talk about like the same thing with Tom Holland with um, Michael Keaton. William Defoe is of that caliber, right? And then
Right.
the next one, he gets Alfred Molina's Doc Ock.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Give me a break. I mean, if you want to talk about singular movies, I do think that Homecoming is the best one. I think it's possible that the second one with Doc Ock is the second best one. I personally don't put the animated movies with Miles Morales in that running because it's just two different types
How
of
do you,
things,
how do you compare No Way Home when you have Alfred Molina and Willem Dafoe in the same area?
My issue with No Way Home was there was some of the story was a little weak, and for me personally, it it treaded too much on all the member berries, like, on all the nostalgia. Like, you're not even gonna care about the story because you're just gonna be going, oh shit, the entire time, and I just felt like there were some things to the story that was just dumb.
Mm.
I just thought it was dumb. Like his
That's
whole
fine.
thing
What
of,
I'm saying is, like, when you have Alfred Molina and Willem Dafoe in the same movie playing Spider-Man villains, how did you feel about their comparison together?
oh, I still think that they did really well. I mean,
Yeah, they were
everybody did
great, man. That was a
well,
great movie. That was a
but
great
it's
movie.
still for me, Toby Maguire, or excuse me, for me, Tom Holland's Spider-Man made a lot of decisions that were dumb. A lot of dumb decisions. And it got his aunt killed, and it got a lot of people hurt. He should have just listened to and now he's suffering the consequences now,
Right.
right? He had to make everybody forget. If he had just listened to Doctor Strange from the beginning
Mm.
Uh-huh.
and sent them all back,
Right.
his
Right.
his aunt would
But
be alive.
that's
He'd be
that's part of growing
balding
up
and
is like,
Zendaya.
you don't listen to adults. You think you know
Yeah,
better and you have to learn the hard way.
Peter
yeah,
Parker, he always has to. He can't ever be happy ever.
That's unfortunately that is his curse. So I think
right.
it's safe to say that we're all really, really looking forward to the new Spider-Man movie. If you haven't seen the trailer yet, you should check it out. And I'm sure we're going to be talking about the first episode of Daredevil next week.
Also,
I would imagine.
the first three of Invincible dropped last night.
Did they?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I haven't seen it, so
So
yeah.
who knows? Yeah, who knows what we're
Is
going to talk about
anybody else
next week?
watching One
What
Piece?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm
is
watching
it?
One Piece
Is
also.
it good? You guys are both watching it?
I like One Piece.
I
think it's fun.
really enjoyable.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Maybe
think
I'll
it's
check it
bright.
out.
It's bright colors. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's just fun.
Alex, you want to check it
Are you
out?
watching the second season or are you on the first season,
I'm on
Bueller?
episode
No
2.
interest?
You're on
I haven't seen
episode
it at
2 of
all.
2?
I
Do you
mean,
want to?
I barely know. I know it's like based on a really popular manga thing,
You know
Right.
right?
what?
But I'm
You know
not
what's
really
funny,
sure.
Bueller, is I watched the first episode of the second season. I was like, okay, good, cool. Then I watched the second episode, and it kind of was losing me a little bit. Like, maybe I just wasn't in the hit in this in the mindset for it, and I was just kind of like, okay. So I broke that up into 2 parts, and then watched the second episode, and got through it. And then 3, 4, and 5 have been bangers so far, and that's where I'm at.
Cool.
So you're on the
I'll
first.
check it out.
So I'm on like 6 now.
Okay, so have you seen? I know we're wrapping this up, but have you seen Nami's backstory yet?
No,
No spoilers. We haven't seen it. No spoilers
No.
yet.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about it. Alex, do you want to watch a few episodes of One Piece? Maybe we'll talk about that next week too.
Yeah, I can try and do that.
Cool. All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll have plenty to talk about next week. See you then.